no shades in here. Dang, maybe I want to go get some. Wait, let's share this. Let's clean those. Something look wrong on the top of the lip. Maybe they. We getting ready to play some more key to bananas. Cause I like this one too, you guys. Yes, I'm good. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. It's on YouTube too. Something looking real jokerish. I look real jokerish. I didn't do anything over there. I think maybe I left some of that ashy stuff on my face. I think I can get all the ashy stuff off right there because it's looking like, I'll see when I start cutting up this video. Other than that, I like what it did. You know, I'm learning. I did a little bit, highlighted myself after, you know. Let's see what my baby got to say. I ain't taking no pictures. Well, hey, you. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, you guys. It's Sylvie414, and I am Sylvie, your rough edge lady. That be who I is. Coming to bring you some of that 414, that one in the middle, just a little bit of balance to that situation. I'm getting ready to go get some more key to bananas. You all know the last time I came live with that 2-player C. My baby done dropped her album. And I just went and I had to rep my baby. I posted my video, y'all. I hope y'all watch my little baby video. Because her is beasting in this inking game. What? We wasn't watching all that stuff for nothing. And I'm talking about the face-offs and all that stuff. My baby does it. My baby did my eyes. I'm learning how to do my makeup, messing with that thing over there. Because her is an MUA. Let me talk and... Okay, so it's right there. Her is an MUA. So I'm learning how to do my makeup. And look, I was a licensed cosmetologist. So technically, I passed it down. That's my Mini-Me 3000. That's all I'm going to say. I passed it down, and she took that ball and she ran with that junk. Like nobody's business, buddy. But she's tattooing now, and like she a beast already in that drink. She is a beast already in that drink. Welcome, 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 y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My baby a beast already. So I posted the little reel with her tattoo. She just did a centipede wrapped around somebody's arm. Like, I'm like, yes, buddy, yes. She just bought her little arm rest to make sure that, you know, she could be, everything could be copacetic, you know, with her tattoos coming in. She had done one prior to buying the armrest that she was wishing that she'd have had an armrest for. And so what she's doing is prepping to go into a studio and be an apprentice. So she's trying to get everything straightened out, you know, while she go in there. And the other one, oh, she in the works. Just get that one a minute, cause that beast right there, oh, that beast right there, oh, buddy. And don't ever get it twisted. Mini-Me 3000 about to change the inking game, but that beast right now, about to change another game. Give her a minute. Give her a minute, but right now.
Oh my God! Only 79
I mean,
cents free shipping for new
let's
users.
not and say we did, because is this even what I was looking for? Okay, yeah, it is. I must have just hit it and didn't know I had hit it, you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Key to Bananas. Go download that Paper in Progress. Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube. I forgot what the other one her mama said, but I like this one. I'm gonna have to This Keita featuring L's Money. Look, I done learned that already today. Virginia, that's her hook. Virginia. I'm gonna learn this one too. Hey. Says she feeling boastful. Hey. We don't do the beef unless it's a cash cow. I'm not gonna sip no Henny out of double cups because I don't like Henny. I don't own the rights to this music, but my baby do. That's that Keita Bananas, y'all. Y'all better go download. Welcome, Sylvie414. Hey, this is not. What's really good? There was no micing. Make my mic. Oh my goodness, it is a whole lot going on right here. See, I fuck with the scammers, they bringing the bands out. Oh, you know who I am now. All these niggas is pussy, these bitches is ran down. They can't put the sand down. They pull up on your block. Oh, I can't let my mic until Keita Boo finish playing because this phone here has been on the charger all day and it's at 36%. You basically have to turn this phone off in order for it to charge, and people didn't think about that today. So in order for my mic to mic, it ain't no cash cow, we not beefing. I ain't trying to beef with you for the cash cow, for real. That's no beef. I'm all up in my mic as if it's micing, but it's about the mic right now. Keita, didn't I turn that on? I didn't mean to do that either. Keita Bananas, no beef, unless it's a cash cow, she said. No beef, unless it's a cash cow. You heard? Go down low. Go down low. Mini Me 3000 ain't ready for me to say, call her for the tattoo. Call my baby for the tattoo. She ain't ready, but I'm getting ready to keep sharing her shit, though. You feel? Oh yeah. Yeah. I hope y'all have had a wonderful day. Yeah, look, I don't do no powder, y'all. I don't do no powder, but I think I left some of that ashy stuff around my face, though. Just let's get that straight right now. For somebody be saying, oh, she got white stuff around her nose, around her lips. I don't even know where it go, if it go near your lips. But what Sylvie got anywhere near her nose and her lips is setting powder, because her don't know how to do this makeup like that. The girl on the video was saying that she put too much on it. I couldn't even see mine. Her face was real white right there and right there. And I'm like, what in the world do you put right there after you? Cause I think I I think I still see it. I'm like, what do you put right there? Cause she was like, then we're gonna go in and do a light contouring. But she didn't show me like I am show me. MUA for dummies. Show me what you using. Don't tell me you're gonna do a light contour. Like, was I supposed to go and put my contour on my face and then, cause my contour is dark, so my contour was not gonna go where that was at. Like, I need to know what that comedian name is that be talking like that from back in the day, cause he used to and he was dark skinned and he talked so prevalent and he was like one of my favorites and he always did his. And I just need to know what his name is because I can't remember him to go look up none of his videos. But this is setting powder, not nose powder. Thank you. And no, please. But she cute. Other than that, I think my baby might be proud. I think I like the way that came off. I think I like the way that came off. Lord had said, do use your beauty and your looks. And anybody, cause I can come up here and just some eyelashes and just scrub a little bit of what you call that stuff? Mascara on my eyebrow. And people still compliment me, and that's not a bragging tactic, but I'm saying I don't have on a full face of makeup because I feel like I need a full face of makeup. All of this is going on. You got the eyelashes on, and you got the makeup on, and you just hiding who you are. Y'all done seen me come up this joker plenty busted. Plenty busted. It's so busted that the God had said, I've had enough. And Umi had concurred with the God and then added, but baby, him gave you so much time. And then Jesus said, that was all the grace. Now put my mind on you and get it popping. You roll all of that up into one and then you got something going on. I'm looking like a Kayla right now. I used to get on my babies all the time when they try to tell me that somebody older than a person would look like a person. But as they continue to make it be so and use that phrase, I began to understand what they were saying, y'all. The title is Mama's Babies. Mama's Babies. And guess what? This is the where we're going and what we're going to be talking about is a video that I was supposed to be showing the other day when I did the videos, when I did the live about the 6 mamas, 6 babies. I was going to show this video as well. Somebody I love very dearly be helping me with my content. You know what I'm saying? They be sending me little stuff and stuff like that. And so she sent me this video. Excuse me, y'all. This is the first time I came live on Sunday. You know, at our church. It normally be nighty night. But I did not come live last week at midnight. And if the God's desire is 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, then today is Monday. And so obedience would have me here. But I forgot to play that video because what I'm working on, I was supposed to be, look, I looked at the video and I listened to where I was like saying that I had to go to TikTok for something, you know, for a particular video or what have you. And I'm just sitting there like, okay. And so yeah, it look a little, it's a little, when I'm looking on my jank, it's a little, it don't look terrible when I'm looking here, but it looks a little pale and I can really see all of that ashy stuff. She was like, if you don't do it right, you're gonna look ashy. It looked ashy right there. Practice is all I can say. Practice is all I can say. I sat on the other live and was like, yeah, I gotta go. It was something I was supposed to be remembered it. Said I'm gonna talk about it later and never talked about it. So y'all, I hope y'all have had a wonderful day. I hope that it has been productive. I hope that it has been peaceful. I hope that you have gotten rest. I hope that you have been able to be in control of your members and not have had to allow anybody to get that smoke because you allowed your buttons to be pushed, because it happens sometimes. But the goal is to allow them less and less to be pushed, and to be more and more in control of them. It happens sometimes. Buttons get pushed. I just talk to thee, God, because there is a goal and a desire, since I am on public social media, and I am a public social media influencer. I got some, I have some goals in mind, you know what I'm saying, that I would like to reach. I'm hearing people say you don't want to work with anybody. I don't believe water today, y'all, just water. I drunk tea. Me and Mini Me 1.5 talked about me and 3000 making our switch over to tea. She's really a coffee head. I'm not a coffee head like she is, but I created the monster. I allowed my babies to drink coffee because I always wanted to drink coffee at an age that I wasn't able to drink coffee, so I allowed them to drink coffee at a younger age. And I created a monster with one of them, and the other one drinks it, but she don't drink it like Mini Me 3000. She drink coffee, so we both transitioning over to this tea. So I just don't desire to drink. I don't think my contour looked terrible as I thought it was gonna look. Look, I'm just checking out this stuff, y'all. I'm learning that. I did most of it without the video because I be trying to do stuff last minute and be thinking I be knowing. But I really would like to look at a video, because this still looks like, except that I highlight, and highlighting was nothing I ever did in my time. But it still looked like something I would have did. But excuse me. I don't even know what I was talking about again, but y'all, it got hot, and my AC ain't pop on or nothing like that. I don't even know why it got hot. So we're gonna talk. The name of the title, Mama's Babies. So I was on YouTube based off of the video that I'm going to show, and I looked up enabling, because the video that I'm going to show is a mom who had a married son, and she was getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to her married son's house to fix him breakfast and get him prepared for work, because his wife didn't have to be to work until 10, and she's not the wife that would get up with him, I'm assuming, in the morning time. My opinion on that? That's none of Mom's business. That's none of Mom's business. My first question would be, did he know that when he got married? Y'all, I like my shirt. Look, I'll be looking at clothes hacks, because I don't have the wardrobe I once had right now. But the God had told me that I was gonna get my shoes back, so I can't imagine I'm gonna get shoes without clothes. But right now we is just using what we get for the time being and getting cute. How we get cute, buddy? That's all. That's all. Um, but that's none of Mom's business. Mom wouldn't be in my house that way. And I can say that from experience because my ex-husband and I had to draw a boundary where my mother-in-law was concerned. Because that was Mama's baby. That was Mama's baby, and that wasn't her only child. But that was Mama's baby. Sure was. Sure was. So, boundary. Oh, I'm feeling like Joyce Myers. I'm feeling like I got these things right here, and it's making my mouth feel like that. And I don't like that. So I gotta figure out what I did in this makeup job to make my mouth look like that, because I don't like that. And I could be overthinking things, but I don't know, and I don't like it. But yes, welcome, y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. My ex-mother-in-law, she ain't come over to the house and cook at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I don't even get me wrong, because I tell everybody to this day, whatever ups and downs we went through, whatever troubles we went through, we was good. Like, I tell everybody to this day, you're gonna always be my daughter-in-law. You're gonna always be my daughter-in-law. But that was not the case when I was married to her son. It's not the case. So I can only imagine what this young lady, and we're gonna go ahead on and play this video. Let's see here. That look like, is that it? Her pay his bills for him. That's what made me go look up the word enabling. But when I looked up the word enable on YouTube, I got a whole nother word. Now I had to into that word, but it brought me round table. Narcissist. Narcissist. When I looked up an enabling parent. And don't get me wrong, I didn't look up an enabling mother. I looked up an enabling parent. But both of the cases that I have, and the other one is not a video, but the person that sent me the video, and see, this was days after I got the video. Days after I got the video, me and her was having a whole conversation. And we went into a conversation that led us back to an enabling parent, which happened to be a mother in that case as well. And since this platform came for me to talk to the women, when I went into YouTube and looked up enabling parent, narcissist came up. Now, my baby told me to be careful with the word narcissist because, man, you know narcissist is a whole mental disorder, so you can't just go around calling people narcissists. I know. That's why I went and looked at Dr. Remini's page. Y'all go check out Dr. Remini, like Leah. Dr. Remini, R-E-M-A-N-I. I was looking at Dr. Remini. Let me go, matter of fact, before we go to the video, oh, Jesus, I do not like looking at that picture, and I thought it was real cute when I took that thumbnail, but every time I come back into YouTube, I look like a ghost. Somebody probably gonna comment on that picture and be like, you look dead. I'm not him. But whoo, buddy, that is not nice. I'm glad it looks a little better to my eyesight as I'm looking in this camera, but ooh, buddy, right there, yeah, that part, ooh. Yeah, I don't even like it now that I'm looking at it on TV. Look, when I tell you, that's why this is important. Because it has always, nothing as a child ever said to me I was going to be trying to go on TV and do anything. That wasn't, Howsoever, I think I watched every talk show that ever came out. I've been to Jenny Jones. I've been on Jenny Jones. I've been a guest on Jenny Jones twice, 3 times, but one of those 3 times, she used to have something called the hot seat. And one of those 3 times, she had invited me up to the hot seat. The hot seat was for an audience member, and I was chosen for the hot seat one time. And I went on YouTube trying to plug in Jenny Jones hot seat, and you cannot find it. I had it on VCR tape. It's not like I could have found a VCR in this day and time. But I said all of that to say, over the years, I came to find out, not even by searching, I wasn't researching, that you kind of have to wear makeup and wear it right on TV in order for you to present your best. Even when I look at myself, when I come up here, I don't always look a busted hot mess to myself. I don't always look a busted hot mess to myself. But sometimes it just is what it is. Sometimes you just look a busted hot mess. But when I come up here and look at it, it may look a little worse. And guess what else, y'all? I don't know how to find my live chat when I come off of it. People commented in my live chat it says chat has moved. My live chat has moved. And I don't know what that means, because I see that I have a comment in my chat, but it's not allowing me to see. It won't allow me to go back to my chats, and it won't allow me to see them now. It won't allow me to see the live chat now. It's saying that the live chat has moved, and I don't know what that means. But anywho, the fact that going in to look up enabling parent brings you to narcissism, I mean, that says a lot, y'all. Because, I mean, when we think about narcissism, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tell you what Dr. Remini, because it's the only thing I brought from Dr. Remini. Y'all can go check her out on YouTube. But as far as what she associated with narcissism: entitlement, arrogance, and a lack of empathy. Entitlement, arrogance, and a lack of empathy. And the first thing I thought about was Mr. Let Go. And that's a shame and a scandal, because this wasn't even supposed to be about him. But I'm on my daughter's page. I'm watching my daughter's story, and then I see a picture of Mr. Let Go, and I'm like, what the heck? Why in the world she got Mr. Let Go? I know this girl is not following Mr. Let Go, because I'm a little something like conservative and liberal at the same time. They are strictly really liberal. And the things that Mr. Let Go has to say, they don't, yeah. and my daughters, I have very good daughters. Very good daughters. They're not running around hollering about independence, but they work very hard every day. I'm not going to make no qualms for that, nor am I going to make light of it. They work very hard every day to pay their bills. See, this is the page that you're going to find that understands that a balance will tell you that the man has to be just as ready for them as they are for him. Because one thing for sure and two things for certain, they're not going into no mess just by way of. That's what they're not going to do. They're not going to go into mess. Because it's a whole slew of people out there that just feels like, I don't know what on y'all mind. Let's go on here and play this video. Because this woman did each and everything for her baby. Each and everything. She running to the house. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm trying to get it right. I'm trying to turn it up because it's. Okay.
And I just do things a mother does, you know.
I'm gonna have to figure out. I gotta get my laptop fixed, y'all, because the ring light be getting in the way.
Trey. Lorinda Spool's Trey. You'll find her every day up here cooking pancakes at 5 a.m.
5
Trey
a.m.
works at a warehouse, so he has to be up very early in the morning. But I work at a local boutique here in Boonville, so I don't have to be at work until 10.
Some sausage. Yeah, look, calm down now. Maybe you can back there sleep. Hey, it's time for me to get up anyway. Mama, she need to be in here cooking this for you anyway.
How you gonna tell her what she need to do? If he feels like that's what she need to do, then that's a conversation that he should be having with his wife.
Trey, it's
and
still,
if they
it's just something missing. You gotta admit, and that's the truth. Oh, I really do like taking care of Trey. I come up here and I clean. I wash and iron his clothes. Tell anybody. But I run his errands. I pay his bills for him. Mow his yard for him.
She doesn't live here. Why is she so worried about everything being done? Like, she's crazy.
Well, who's cooking?
Y'all.
You didn't plan nothing? Oh, I don't know, baby.
Lorinda will always be Trey's number one. It's toxic. That's what it is.
And always remember, your house is my house. Okay. But that's what you gonna tell her. She know.
She know.
If he can't
Your
give me
house
the
is my
attention that
house.
I need and she can't back off a little bit, then we need to go ahead and
He that findeth the wife findeth a good thing. What the other one say? What God has put together, let no man set asunder. I can't get you. I can't verbatim on the other one, but cleave together as one. The two flesh become one. And now one of them verses, and them ain't even the verses that I got, but now one of them verses did it call out a mama. Did it call out a mama? Because what happens, mama? That's why I kept saying I, because that's where narcissism gets involved. I ran across several. Most of the ones that just said enabling was Dr. Phil videos, and his was the first one that I watched. It was about parents that did all of that, paid his bills and all of that good stuff, did all of that for the babies. And then he said he feels like scum. You don't feel like scum enough to get out there and do it on your own. You don't feel like scum enough to stop taking it from. That's all Dr. Phil was saying. You feel like scum for taking your parents' money and basically using your parents because you know that they're going to do this for you. You feel like scum for that? Not scum enough to stop. No. Not scum enough to stop. But we don't even begin to understand the issues that this can create, because when I was speaking with the person that sent me the video, days later we got to speaking about the fact that she had this similar situation in her family, and we don't know what it can lead to. I made some speculations that she took in as possibilities based off of being enabled and being entitled Entitlement. And see, that Dr. Remini's video was about the enabler enabling a narcissist, but I can and I can track it back to the fact that she eyed so much on it. Hello and welcome, welcome, welcome. And in fact, the fact that she tracked back so much on it, just what I have to do for my son, but he's always going to be your son. But at this point, he's somebody's wife. So that I surrounded everything around you. And like I said, if your son is coming to you and he's speaking to you about his wife, it is your job, mama, to tell him he needs to go handle that with his wife. It is not your job to get in that relationship. It is none of your business. If you got a husband at home, you should be wifing on him. And if you don't, you really don't have the room to give that advice. Now, don't ever get it twisted, because I can come up here and speak to married people, but I'm not going to come up here and try to trample in nobody's relationship. I can come up here and speak to married people because I've been married. I don't care if I'm divorced or not. I have a married experience, so I can speak about marriage. I would never, ever try to trample into something. I couldn't see myself. And I have daughters, so I guess it would be no. Well, my people just explain that her mom was still being cooked for. But that was after having been spoiled rotten all her life. And then after they moved out, you still saw mom doing for mom. You saw grandma doing for mom. That was still enable. That baby ain't know nothing different. They don't know anything different. And so they allow it. And even if that's not something that he wants in his marriage, he allowing it because that's his mother. Generally, babies, we is not gonna disrespect our mamas. We not. But our mamas, they shouldn't be trying to intervene. If you don't intervene, then you don't have to worry about any disrespect or anything like that, because that's where the problem comes in, because then you put that husband in the middle. You put your son, that's your son. You put your son in the middle of a situation that he begins to find very, very difficult sometimes. What in the world, and how did that happen? I wasn't even trying. All I was trying to do was find my comments. I can't get to my comments. So y'all, please forgive me. I'm gonna say that again. Please forgive me. I'm going to let me see if it'll. Oh no. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get in my settings tomorrow, because I have been trying to locate comments from my last live, because my desire is to be interactive with my comments and to, I was telling my peoples, it'd be a lot of people that say happy birthday. Be a lot of people that say happy birthday, and I really do try and engage. I used to comment on all of them. That became a lot, but I do go in and put a like or love on everybody that tells me happy birthday at my birthday. I feel like it's the least that one could do. Now, I always admire videos, podcasters and influencers when they interact and engage back with their followers and their subscribers, and they don't have to comment back. Like, you don't have to comment back, but just to, like, even if you have something, because I think Willie D has something maybe automated, or maybe they all do, the bigger ones they have, but I know that Willie D's is automated. You can tell because it sends a generic message. Well, he said that's not him that be sending that generic message. But yeah, so that enabling. When Dr. Remedy was talking about the ignorant narcissist, she was talking about the person that is enabling not knowing. That's where the narcissism came in with that, because she said it's a many of people that don't know. She said you would not believe the number of people. I'm gonna just go to one that she named, because when she started talking about this, my brain went straight to my girlfriend, because we both cosmetologists, but she's a practicing cosmetologist, and she believes that her clients should be able to maintain their hair after she does it. And I used to tell her all the time, Miss Joan, everybody don't know how to do hair. Everybody don't know how to do hair. So when you do somebody's hair, because she ain't always like for people to come back and want to touch up on something. I'm like, what in the world does it matter if they is paying you some more money? It really shouldn't matter. But she's like, she was on something. Cause Miss Yvette, they should know how to maintain their hair throughout the week. And I'm like, no, Miss Jones. Oh, she gave the reference to a cosmetologist, a mechanic, and a baker. That's what Dr. Remedy did. And she said, I don't know how to do any. She said, I don't know how, but she said shampoo, she said blow drying your hair. She said, I don't know how to blow dry my hair. I don't know how to change oil, and I do not know how to bake bread. I've never changed oil, but I'm certain I could. I'm certain I could bake bread, but I never have. And I'm a cosmetologist, so I definitely know how to blow dry my hair. But there are things out there that I have no clue of. And so she used all of that to say that some people have no clue of what narcissism is. And that would be the person that is exhibiting the behavior, as well as the people that surround them, that allow the behavior. And she says that that's when it becomes a little more dangerous. She believes that narcissism is something that, and I mean, it's in the DSM. It's in the DSM. She believes that it can be dangerous, and I can see that. And she believes that the federal government needs to understand that it can be dangerous, so as to put better things into practice. As far, my hair is caught, y'all, and I was trying to get it uncaught. I'm not ready to tighten them. Like, I might wait 3 or 4 months before I tighten my hair, because you don't want to put all that stress on your hair. Ain't no sense in it. And I used to tighten it a lot more than that. And that's where I got some thin ones in the beginning. I ain't made no more thin ones since I've learned what I've been doing. I've been locked for 3 years. And since I learned the technique of what I'm doing, I have not created any more thin ones. I just lost one of the thin ones, because what I had to do when they started getting thin was go in and connect it with another one. And one of them just came out when I went to see my nephew. I was playing in my hair and just pulled a whole lock out. I was like, oh my God. But it's the first one that ever, in 3 years, first one that ever did that. So I wasn't upset. And I knew that it was probably going to do it, because even when I had connected it, it was back when I was still not really knowing what I was doing. So it was just getting thinner and thinner. I interlock. And what interlocking is kind of like a crocheting, or you use a needle in this method. And if you take one strand of hair from another lock, I mean, when I say one strand, if you go in with that needle and one strand of hair gets caught, you are going to create a problem. When your locks are bigger, the problem can be resolved a little easier. When they're smaller like mine, yeah, you want to learn how to not do that, because you'll lose a lot of hair that way if you don't learn that part. But Dr. Remedy basically is like, she believes that it is important that people become aware of narcissism. And I can see, I mean, a narcissist is basically living in a world of their whole own, that is what'd she say? Arrogance, entitlement, and lack of empathy. That's a doozy. Arrogance in and of itself. And look, most of the men, and I've only been in 2 relationships. I ain't saying I've only been in 2 long-term relationships. One of those was my ex-husband. But most of the men that I have, or that have exhibited interest in me, that I have exhibited interest back in, have had a sense of arrogance to them. Some a little more arrogant than others. One has actually I can't even get it out right. One actually let me know that he was not as arrogant as he used to be. And I was like, good, because God knows that we couldn't even be friends. If you were, I don't. And people will say that the things that you don't like because they are a reflection of you. Some people have told me that I have been known to be a little conceited, a little arrogant, a little. But they got to straighten that out. And it's still straightening. And it's still straightening. I just got some Bible verses real quick. A wicked doer giveth, and this is Proverbs 17. 5 was the verse I went with. 4 and 6 are the verses before and after. So verse 4, a wicked doer giveth heed to false lips, and a liar giveth ear to a naughty tongue. Verse 5, whoso mocketh the poor reproacheth his maker, and he that is glad at calamities shall not be unpunished. Children's children are the crown of old men. This verse 6. And the glory of children are their fathers. Mommas. Now, with Sylvie414, and before I go, welcome, y'all. Sylvie414, balance in the middle. Always to be able to see yourself in that word. Remember, I had talked about evil. See yourself in evil. I think I've talked about wicked before. See yourself in wicked. I know that I have said probably in this last week, Ayala said you better see yourself in Donald Trump. And you best not go into that 2024 election with an emotional mindset. Because if you go in there emotional, you're going to make emotional decisions when you vote, like a lot of us probably did when we voted the last time. And that's all I'll say about that. But yes, Ayala said you better learn how to see yourself in Donald Trump. And I mean, have you ever lied? Have you ever disliked someone? If you saying, because if you saying he's racist or he don't like a certain, have you ever disliked anybody? Because dislike is dislike. You just giving a reason that he does not dislike, but he dislikes, because dislike and hate, they kind of attach at the hip. And I know some folk that look like me that hate some folks that don't look like them. Some folks that look like some folks that they would say would be able to be racist. Because, you know, they say that you can only be racist when you have power. But I know some folks that look like me that hate. They might not be racist, but they hate. Hate eats negative. I don't care what nobody say. Negativity eats at you, one way or another. Negativity eats at you. All negative behaviors, if done out of whack, will eat at you. And I believe that the balance in life will say that you're going to have some negativity in your life. You're not going to always do anything good, because guess what? If you walking around, running around like a chicken with your head cut off, acting like you're good all the time, you're delusional. And you're probably going to go somewhere and crack one day. I'm not good all the time. The God gets at me from time to time. The God has had to tell me, girl, sit down, get somewhere and sit down. And shut your mouth. Just made me shut my mouth today in church. It wasn't me. But I was the older adult, so I was supposed to be the one. And guess what? I am so adamant. Look, I pray. This don't got nothing to do with religion. This got something to do with me and the God. If I don't walk into a church building, I pray in this place every day. And me and the God is because I pray. It is what it is. So I'm sitting in that joke. And my baby come over there and she start talking to me. And it just, whew, my whole mind was gone. I ain't thought no more about that man is up there praying. So we just having this conversation. And then it's a man, this is what happens when I speculate. That's why speculating ain't always the best thing. But in this case, it still wasn't bad, because I felt like that was still the God saying, shut your mouth. Respect. Put some respect on this prayer. Put some respect on this prayer time. Because the man just happened to glance over there. And I started talking to him. Oh, Lord, look at you, you over there scolding us because we over here having a conversation and they up there praying. Oh, we apologize, sir. And he act like he knew what I was talking about. And we just went on about our business and we got quiet and everything like that. And then when prayer got over, he came back and he was like, what did you say? I was like, oh, you didn't hear nothing I said. Now I reiterated. Where's the water? Oh, I reiterated what I said. And he just was like, no, he was like, that's not what he said. I wasn't. I guess he was looking through me, or I don't know, but he was looking in my general direction, and it really looked like he was looking like, why don't they stop talking? So, maybe God used him and he didn't even know he was being used, because he stopped me from running my mouth. Made me tell my baby stop running her mouth, because I wasn't running I literally wasn't, but I was allowing her to talk to me though. And we were talking, it was kind of loud because it's quiet, and we go to a big church. I mean, it's not like mega church status, but it's big. We used to have 2 services prior to COVID. Y'all, excuse me. Excuse me. Now, let me tell you, whoso mocketh the poor reproacheth his maker, and he that is glad at calamity shall not be unpunished. I wholeheartedly believe that poor is not just a word. And look, no, she described broke today, broke. Because people always want to put all that stuff on finances. People want to put broke on finances. People want to put poor on finances. Poor is a spiritual place. Poor is a place that either can't be helped, can't help themselves, or don't want to help themselves. Because there's a whole lot of people out there with a whole lot of money whose spirits are poor because they are good with the fact that they don't have any substance. Any substance, any character that's associated. You remember when I talked about them people that be yeah, he talk like that. He kind of take pauses and all that stuff like that. I really want to know who that comedian is because he used to talk with his hands too and be like that. But you know, you better remember what you were talking about, clown. And I don't. Ooh, buddy. Okay, what was I talking about? Ooh, I almost pulled my eyelash out. These are long, y'all. I would not wear no eyelashes like this back in the day, but I am evolving. They're not, because they don't feel terrible to me. Oh yeah. Poor. Babies cannot help themselves. And when you enable your baby, because you don't just start enabling your child as they become an adult. You've done that all their lives. When you enable them, I would say in a sense that can be considered mocking them, because you're kind of setting them up to go out into a world that's ready for them that they're not ready for. You are not doing a child a disservice to enable them in any way, telling Blue Ivy she won't stiff when she was. Or being upset with somebody because they say she was stiff. Nobody said. Saucy Santana called the young lady not pretty. I didn't hear as much flack. I think you hear the flack because Tasha K is mainstream. But when you want your child, I'm not going to lie. My babies already know. I couldn't lie to y'all about nothing. What would it look like if I told my baby, I'm trying to think of something they can't do, because my babies can do some things and stuff. I ain't even trying to be funny. But just for real, if I told them something that they didn't even feel like they were good at, and I just went and boasted, you like, come on. So you think you could dance? American Idol. Y'all see the people that done been on some of them shows? Come on now. Did they, and let's take out the ones that we know was just for cap. Some of them babies came in there because their parents had them enabling, mocking them. You don't even know you're mocking your babies. You find out when the folks get hold of them, because you set them up for that. It's got to be a balance. It's got to be a balance. Now, one of those videos about narcissistic mothers, because all of them talked about mothers. One of the videos about narcissistic mothers was talking about a mother that left her baby in an unsafe space. And I know this old too often. Go check out Joyce Meyer's story, and you'll get the story that I'm about to discuss. She left her. Mama was in jail, she said. They were living with grandparents, sister and brother. It was 2 sisters, 2 daughters, and a brother. They were living with their grandparents Monday through Friday. On the weekend, they had to go in. Well, hello there. Look, y'all. Please forgive me if y'all don't see me loving and liking y'all comments. I'm so appreciative that I have a comment section at this time. This is still new to me. I'm a newbie too. And this is still new to me. So I've been going around for the last couple of days trying to figure out where my comments were from the live chat, because I know when I go in, I see the vloggers I watch. When I see them, I can go in and see their chat replay, their live chat replays, but for some reason I can't see mine. And when I go in and try to tap on live chat, it's saying that my chat has been moved. So I have to go in and do that research. I'm going to get it together though. But thank y'all for coming and chilling with me for a minute. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate each and every one of my subscribers. Please know, look, I talk about YouTube like YouTube my baby. YouTube my baby. I talk about YouTube all the time because Y'all not easy. It's not easy to build a platform on YouTube. So I was given a word that I should be building an organic platform. So when I say that I really appreciate every subscriber that I get, because I started this joker from zero. I like YouTube. Well, I wasn't even on YouTube until I believe that when I say I believe that I got this word from the God, I wasn't on any social media platforms for the purpose of speaking or anything like that. And my daughter came to me out of the blue, but that was about TikTok. He was like, "Mom, you'll make some money on TikTok." I didn't even know what made her say it, because they always telling me I'm corny and all that stuff like that. But then they'll say, "Well, I guess you're a little funny. You got dry humor." Whatever. Whatever. But I love it. Like, I love being up here. I really do. And I love the fact that y'all is rocking with me for real. And the goal is to keep up the momentum. Like, I just started coming live at this time because I went into YouTube Studios, and it was stating that a lot of people that watch my content are it happens around this time. So I'm like, okay, why not just engage? Because I got the word to engage daily. To me, engage daily meant go live. And while I won't believe in it was 7 days a week, 5 days a week, go live. So that is where I'm at with that right now. But so her thing was, on the weekends they had to go stay with her stepdad, the mom's ex-husband. Mom was in jail. And look, I'm trying to I appreciate you. I think I might have. Did you subscribe today? I think I might have seen you subscribe today. I think I saw that saw the subscription today. Oh no. You just somebody, y'all. Hey, y'all. Y'all think I be joking when I say I be tickle pink. And the God has told me stay humble. But when I say I be tickle pink, it's because I said YouTube has been hard. But when I say since I've been in my new place and been coming back live since I've been in my new place, we are up like almost 23 subscribers in the last week. I am so excited, y'all. Like, I am so excited. Like, we are up 23 subscribers in the last week. And so thank y'all. But when they were going, she was getting essayed, y'all. Y'all know I can't say it on YouTube, but she was getting essayed by her stepdad. And she said it went on for years. And she tried to get her sister. It was happening to her and her brother. And I guess it was happening to all three of them. But she said that the sister held tight with the mom, because mom basically did not believe her, thought that she was trying to take her man, which I've heard that this situation happens this way a lot, that young ladies are being looked at by moms as competition. That's mocking the poor. Now let me go back and read, "Whoso mocketh the poor. Whoso mocketh the poor reproaches his maker." When you is mocking the poor, because we will be so quick on honor thy mother and thy father, but we forget wholly about don't provoke your children to anger. How angry must that baby have been if she had to go stay with someone who was hurting her? My mom had to do that. She had to go live. That baby was just going to spend weekend. My mom had to go live. Joyce Myers had to live, because that was her daddy. I got another baby that had to live, and it was her stepdaddy. Whoso mocketh the poor, a wicked doer giveth heed to false lips. Her mom believed her boyfriend false lips. You feel me? Not her baby. And a liar giveth ear to a naughty tongue. She heard everything her boyfriend said in her ear, all those lies, and went and told her daughter, you is a this and you is a that, with that naughty tongue. Now, children's children are the crown of old men, and the glory of children are their fathers. Are there young men out here that's wilding out? Yep. Are there young ladies out here that's wilding out? Yes. But there are men out here that really want to be dads, with young ladies out here wilding out all the more on the ones that really want to be dads. And the glory of children are their fathers. We need both parents to be working toward emotional stability in order that our babies can be safe from the maps. Go look up the maps. M.A.P. And so that they can feel emotionally stable in their home. Because they have a whole lot of other things that they'll have to deal with in life. Where we got this notion that children don't go through anything, and you should do as I say and not as I do. I said on my video that one plucked my feathers the other day. But the fact that we think that they don't go through anything, that phrase, and I can't say the second word, but the first word is child. And the second word, it begins with an M and ends with an Esther. Yeah. You can't be that without that first word. A child. So that's something that a child goes through. Whoso mocketh the poor. That poor child can't do anything for themselves, and that's why they were given whole parents. And yes, we were children that went through stuff. But when does enough become enough? When do we? This is my goal, because somebody is making me put on my nonprofit hat in a quick and a major way. I want there to be a space where parent and child can come together. You know how, I guess it would be kind of like family counseling, but on a public platform maybe. This might bring enough balance to it. And I don't know how I'm going to get it to be done, but a parent and a child where each can hear one another, because we think our children don't have anything to say or anything to offer, while we continue to heal at their expense. And we gotta heal. I'm not knocking us healing, but we gotta think about them. I think one of the most selfless things that my mother could have ever done was something that I thought was a very selfish thing for a lot of years. That was give us up. The boys, I don't think they still understand that. Or the men, because they're men at this point. I don't think that they still understand that. That was give us up. Did we go through some things and some stuff where we went? Yeah. But I don't think that we went through half of what we would have probably gone through had we stayed with our mom. And I've said that on this platform. I told y'all to go check out Children of Times Square. Go check that movie out. And check out Sylvie's story, because Sylvie didn't even learn about that part of her story until she was taken out of New York. That movie didn't come into my life until I was taken out of New York. Now, mind you, the first time I watched it, I was still a child. But I told you I was a child. I was the weirdest child because my brain never really thought childlike things. My brain understood the concept of that movie, and I was only like 10 or 11 at that point. But when I went back and watched that Joker in 2020, because yes, I just went back and watched it. It was a whole mind-blowing event because I said, Lord, that is what you removed me and my brother from. One of my brothers. Because he didn't have to go through that. But he didn't get removed when we got removed. He got removed a little later. Because he was a baby. And my mom's family. And that's something that I learned later on in life. After I had children and I had to go sit down in a chair. That's why I say if you need a chair, if you need to go sit in somebody's chair to help you to reach the highest God powers in your mind, please and thank you, go sit in somebody's chair. That's what they're there for. Just find you a good one. Don't just take your mental health lightly. Don't go sit in nobody's chair who seem like they got more problems than you. Because I don't even remember, I think the Spirit, I forget what the young girl podcast that I was watching that I was talking about her mama and the ex-husband in the essay. But she said that they thought she was crazy. And when I looked at a couple of her, just looking at the pictures on her video, sometimes, I told y'all sometimes people sparkle. Just looking at a couple of pictures on her video, her eyes look like, sometimes you can, body language and all that stuff, it's real, y'all. So when she said that they said, I don't know if she talked about trauma and she talked about mental health, but it wasn't like, she didn't talk about schizophrenia or anything. I don't know if she has a heavy diagnosis like that. But she did have a diagnosis. I said that to say, she says she's a life coach, and the way that she still seemed so full of anger, I don't know if I would want her to coach me at anything. I'm serious. I'm not even saying that her story is not the truth. I don't know if I would want somebody that is expressing that much anger, and I understand. You know, my brothers, I think they still have some anger. Well, the oldest boy, he kind of made up with my mom. I think the baby, he may have some unresolved anger left. But that was a lot of anger she was exhibiting. That was a lot of anger. I'm just like, the person coming to you probably angry too. Like, where y'all going? In a ditch? Like, where y'all going? And just like I said, Sylvie ain't, look, people have been saying, go do this. And I have been in a couple of groups that do the life coaching. And I don't want to be labeled as nobody's leader. I'm going to let D-God take this the way D-God is going to take it. And I'm, with everything in me, I am going to just make sure that I'm being faithful to God and faithful to this platform because I love God and I love what God has placed before me. I ain't asked to be nobody's leader or anything like that. No and no. But look, y'all, this one was basically so that we can look at this poor in a different way, because inevitably my greatest concern is always going to be the babies. Because that was the name of that video, how a narcissistic mother can allow her child to be, she had M with Ested at the end. And it made me think about my mom. I won't say she allowed it, but I know that there was a time that I told her that something had happened, and she still, I told her something my cousin had done, and she still allowed my cousin to stay there that night. And I literally had to, I didn't sleep well that night because I was literally like that all night. Because every time I did that, he was standing over me. And that was not gonna happen. So I did not sleep that night, and I got up and I went to school the next day. So, you know, I know what it can be, but that's not to say I was mom who was raising children while she was healing, and they get hurt by that as well. They get hurt, and that is why I am adamant and 10 toes down on what I say when I say, if you out there vibing and you making decisions based off of vibing, or you not thinking, you know, back in the day they used to plan to have their babies. It's not a cool thing to plan to have your babies because everybody wants to vibe and just go out there and get pregnant, and then if they get pregnant and they don't like the man, and they want to go down to the clinic and make it be over, and you know. Back then they used to plan to have their babies. And I'm not saying that people that plan to have their babies won't steal some people that had troubles or anything like that. But if there's a planning, there may be also a getting to know maybe a little better of the partner to see if this is going to be someone that you may want to have children with. And hopefully we not going to be going out there trying to calculate how much it would be to have 6 babies with one man in comparison to 6 babies with 6. And deciding that 6 babies with 6 is better. Whew, better on your pockets? What about their emotions? I'm always going to go back to their emotions, because if we don't go back to their emotions, then they're going to be being told to get over it. Like that young lady was. They told her, get over it. Somebody violates you every day of your life. Both Joyce Myers and my other baby had the same amount of years, from the age of 9 to the age of 14. And the young lady in the video made sure that she said, it's not just happening to girls, because that's all I be saying. Because we keep talking about the ladies, and we keep forgetting about the little boys. The little boys that's not as apt to grow up and talk about it and heal from it as we are. They gonna suppress. They don't man's man on that thing. Or not. Because while I'm not gonna argue about the beginnings and how LGBT comes about, I do know that that is one way. Not saying that it is the only way. I'm not saying that it cannot be birthed. But I am saying, if you go and you violate a little boy, you done ran a little girl crazy. You come into her, the girl said the only way that he would stop touching me is when he felt me move to know that I was up. And that went on for every night. Joyce Myers, age 9 to 14. My other baby, age 9 to 14. Every day of your life, no breaks. When you should still be a virgin. And then you get up and they call you a little fast little girl because they think you're not a virgin no more, but you ain't been no virgin. And yes. How you like the apples? Whoso mocketh the poor reproaches his maker. And he that is glad at calamities shall not be unpunished. When you tell your daughter that you think that your daughter wants your man, when your daughter has told you that your man is violating her, you sound like somebody glad at calamities. You shall not go unpunished. I love you guys. I am out.